Hey, good morning. Yes, good morning, good morning. Yes, I hope you're good. It's a good day. Yeah, and your day is going fantastic today. Um, Honestly, I've been working on myself, and I believe each and everyone should try to work on themselves as much as we can. Um, as much as you could see, I posted something there that is very, very, anyway, I can just break it down for you because, you know, old men worry as always. We'll always have it. And I'll say worry the food, not the weight, because the issues we have with, the weight problem, honestly speaking, it's not just only the food, honestly, and there's so many factors can affect the weight. And excluding that, before I can go deep into this, I hope you did have a great weekend wherever you are in around this world, watching or following me. Which normally I know I don't do a lot of videos based on some stuff, which I've been doing. I've been reading and researching, and it takes a lot of time. To do this, um, because I believe it's not enough. I spoke yesterday that it's not enough just to be good in helping clients to do squats and all these. The world is changing, and there's some real serious issues that each and every one of us, it doesn't matter where you are, which department you do, which, the field you are more value of what you are, and you can contribute. I believe that's me. I'm learning each and every day. I've been in fitness for 20 years, and I thought I know, but trust me, as much as information keep on coming, books being written by individual, listening to lectures, listening to one of the best doctors in the world, you know, um, I get to learn so many things about how can I help people out there. Sometimes I cannot train you as a client or you become my client, but I think the things that I share here, or I can share them with you, one or two people, I can reach for them, and you'll never know, because what is a state on mine on so as weight gain, because a lot of time we worry and we never realize how much the worry can bring so much changes in our physiology of our body, and some of the things we cause them ourselves. We know that we don't sleep enough lately. We have gadgets um, with us, and we are not eating as we should be eating, and it's sad as much as we think that because we have certain condition, um, we will always run to doctors. And don't get me wrong, doctors are good and they have a good cause of life of being there, and it's sad because they will love to help, but truly speaking, if you expect a doctor to sit with you 1 hour, it's not gonna happen, because they have a lot of things to deal with, and then even for themselves to get time to just be themselves and then try to think of themselves, sometimes it can be hard, challenging. It's me, like, as a trainer, but thank you, I have that time to go and do research, but I chose that time. I chose to work how I work so I can do what I do. It's not sleeping enough, and worrying about things that you can't control, and these are the things that they will always affect your lifestyle, your health. You're not gonna sleep, you're gonna keep on having worries, and this is where now we see a lot of insulin spike, which now some people even need their pre-diabetes even without knowing, silently, or there might be type 2 diabetes without even knowing, because it's a very silent and sneaky you know illness that a lot of us we underestimated. And this is what I've been studying, and I'm still following, and I'm still researching it. There's still a lot of researches going on. There's a lot of trainers. There's a lot of good people out there trying to educate individual about this epidemic we are facing, and we are the one who can really solve these compared to, you know, give doctors headache. Doctors are there for a good cause, I will say it again. And it's sad because sometimes we believe that because he gave you a medication and all the problem will be solved. Unfortunately, it's not going to be solved until you start taking care of your health. And this is what I always advocate to my clients, that until they start now realizing how important their health it is to themselves, they will always having problem. And unsettled mind is helpless. So a body that is not taken care of or can lose or gain weight, because there's two ways you can see people. Some people now they want to gain weight, some people they want to lose it. You know, it's all a challenge. And then some of these things, most of the time, if you look at the medical journals, um, insulin is one of the most contributors in our bodies in helping us to gain weight or to lose it. And for me as an individual now embarking on becoming, you know, or becoming an expertise in certain field of certain um, dynamic of training clients, of understanding, you know, the challenges, real challenges they face day in, day out. It's not exercises, honestly speaking. And a lot of people I know, they're struggling with what to eat, what not to eat. I mean, I will be breaking down everything day by day as I keep on going, but I just want to remind you that when I say worry not about the weight, I mean the worry the food, not the weight. Because honestly, the food you are eating, they are being processed and they have a lot of chemicals, and some people are very so they have a lot of what you call insulin resistance. And some of us, we don't know even we have it until we get to be screened or we get to be told by doctors, because you try everything you're trying and you're not losing weight. I will say, if you know that you've been trying all this kind of stuff, all the diets of the world you try, it's not happening, I will say now is the time where you need to go and check how good is your insulin resistance or sensitivity. Because people, they talk there's this thing gluten free at the same time, and you cannot assume, even if for insulin, we cannot assume that there's this condition without you going and be checked by a medical professional. And that's why I advocate that now, since diabetes is heading towards, the world diabetes is heading towards, it's close by now, I will keep on reminding you. And then this month I will be spending a lot of time teaching you about it, teaching you about the food, what you can do. I mean, I've already go and study diabetes fitness coaching, where now that's why I'm so much into it, and studying other things relating to cholesterol, hypertension. Yes, I'm not a doctor, don't get me wrong, but I think I need to know how to train clients based on this, because I've been training clients with this condition. I've helped them a lot, but I feel like it's more important now to get into a stream where now I understand when this person, how much the heart rate, how much this. They teach us at I mean school when we do all this, but it's in a low scale or in a low level, because they know we are not medical doctors. But if really the cause I'm doing is to help people, I think I owe that to myself, I owe that to my client, because that's what I'm passionate about, in helping people, you know, live longer, longevity. And as much as we know, the studies always now predict that by 2030, 30 to 35% in the world, mostly there will be type 2 diabetes. I don't know where you are, what do you do now, but I know this says that I'm following them left in, left right. And if you can look at now, you look at by 2025 in UAE only, where I'm living in Dubai, the stats predict like out of 4 women, 2 to 3 will be diabetes, pre-diabetes, somewhere around there. But this is an article I read, I saved somewhere down there, somewhere, I don't know where. I've been, you know, these are the things I've been following. And you look at 2020, out of 3, 1 to 2, also for men, you know, we talk about women. These are the things that we should always be careful. I'm not meaning to scare you off, but this is to help you to understand your health better. and to start positioning yourself in a way that now you can start taking care of your health and initiating. If you don't know how to do these things, I'll say now it's about time when now you need to speak with your doctor. You need to consult a practitioner there who can help you. I mean, it might not be a endocrinologist or a nephrologist. You don't have to consult. You might start with your GP, you know, or if you have a clinic around anywhere in the world. Some people, it's not a doctor. Some, like in South Africa, nurses sometimes they do this diabetes, whatever. So there are some institutions they do, you know, I mean, so I would say this is something that I see a lot of people they struggle with silently. They don't know, and diabetes it takes 10 years to develop if you don't know. It's a silent killer. It goes slowly, it goes slow, and then now it's sad because the challenge is that it's no longer like before. It used to be people who are around 35, 40. If you go back to the year around 1998, you keep coming 2000, whatever, 2000, all these years backwards, it used to be people who are 40, 45, 50, 55 have these conditions. But now you could imagine, because we have children who are around 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Forget about type 1 diabetes. I don't want to talk about it. This is something, it's an autoimmune disease. It's happened around 12, 13, 14 a lot of times. Some people might get it young, but this is not my field. I'm studying it, but this is not me where I am. Pre-diabetes, diabetes, hypertension, cholesterol. That's the things that I'm trying to understand. Relating correlation between health and fitness. How does it work? How can we better? Or how can I help my clients to prevent? I'm all about prevention is better than cure, and then this is what I'm trying to do now. And remember, as much as you can get a prescription from your doctor, the truth is that your doctor not gonna be with you everywhere you go. You know, he does not experience the pain you feel day in, day night. You know, imagine you're sitting with people quietly. They don't know that deep down you have pain, you're suffering, you whatever, and you're trying to look so many help, or you've been through many helps and you don't know. But the one thing I know is that a lot of conditions that we go to doctors, we are the one who are responsible for them. If we start sleeping enough, you start switch off your mobile at 9, 10, the latest 11, you get enough to 6, 7, 8 hours, your hormones will start balancing, you will start growing your hair, not falling down, your waistline will get better, and if you start now avoiding eating sugar or sugary stuff, or you start avoiding eating simple carbohydrates and you start focusing on complex carbohydrates, it's very, very important. And if you look at the, I mean, the American, FDA pyramid stuff, it shows some of the stuff which I think less likely, but I don't follow that much because some of the stuff I know they don't work. And I'm not saying it's bad thing, but I'm just sharing with you my opinion on what I know, what works, what doesn't work out there. And I will say, there's a say they say, I think, eat like a king, in the morning, and in the night eat like, all this. You have heard this term before. So I will say this is what you need to do. If you know you're a carbohydrate lover, I will say let it be in the morning. In the morning, start your, having your carbs. It will be better for you if you start having your carbs in the in the I mean in the morning, and at least in the night you can have like steamed vegetables, you can have grilled meat if you feel, you can have green vegetables. These are the things. And then remember, anything that is man-made is not good for your health. You should know that. We know it, and we know that anything that's not being grown naturally, there's consequences. And you could imagine there's some stuff which are being naturally grown, we still face problems and challenges. So worry not the weight, but I will say your food are the ones you should be worrying about. What are you taking? What are you giving your body? Because the symptoms of you being overweight, or you being overweight, or we being overweight, or not getting where we want to go in fitness, it will have to do with the way how we eat, the way how we sleep, and if we were active. Because imagine you're sitting throughout the whole day in a desk and you're consuming around 2,800 or 3,000 calories. You are not. And you could imagine the people who have all this, a lot of condition like diabetes and all this and super high stress, are the people who spend a lot of time sitting in a desk or who work in corporate, compared to the guys who work outside in the constructions. These guys, they have conditions, but a lot of diabetes and all this stuff, they get to find them, in those places. So I would say you can change your life, you can make your life better if you start healthy, active and healthy. So always responsible. So I'm sorry about the music. I'm using internet, all this stuff, so I hope you good and you enjoy what I shared with you. I just want to say sorry.